Hi guys, Carl here from Fast Bikes Magazine, and this is Ultimate Sports Bike 2020. Here we have Honda's CBR1000RR-R SP.
So this is it. This is Honda's new Fireblade RR-R SP on our dyno, and we're about to give it the first run it's ever had. This is a box fresh bike. Anyone that's in the dyno industry will know that giving one of these a run over is not straightforward, but we've managed it, we're excited for it, and we're expecting big things. I rode this bike in Qatar at the start of this year and it blew me away with just how brilliant it was. I want to know though just how much horsepower it's kicking out. So why are we so excited about the new Fireblade? Well, like I've already said, it's all new. Literally everything about it is box fresh. It takes a lot of its design, its geometry, its focus from the development of the RCV, which is a great base to start with for any bike, proven GP machine. So there's so many different areas to focus on, but the engine is the most compact and powerful blade motor we've ever come across. It's got titanium con rods, it's got all kinds of coatings and tech that's come straight out of GP, which is really quite cool. The end result is a very peaky performance. Other things to know about this bike, it's got brilliant Brembos Tolima brake calipers, so they're as good as you can get outside of like pure racing. It's got Öhlins Gen 2 suspension. This has actually been tweaked for the blade. It's a brilliant package. We've used it before over years come by, and again, I've ridden this on track. I know just how good it is, so another big talking point. And obviously, it's got those beautiful wings up front. They really have changed the design, the look of the blade, in a way that's never been done before. The whole idea is to give the bike better handling, reduce wheelies, loads and loads of benefits. Anyway, that's enough of me jabbering. We want to get this bike struck up and seeing what kind of power it's cranking out.
$195 horsepower. You can't be unhappy with 195 horsepower, but there is better out there. But when you pull up last year's CBR1000RR with 20 horsepower more, which is incredible. We do match the torque. We get 78 foot-pound of torque. It's just not there low down. We're missing a bit of mid-range on this bike, but they've exchanged that for 20 horsepower more. And by God, it sounds astonishing. There's some clever stuff going on in that exhaust, and when those valves open up, it turns heads. I'm flabbergasted by a few things on this bike, but Honda have really stepped up to the mark.
So Honda are going to be pretty chuffed with this. The blade has made the cut. It's coming out to Portugal. Beavy, you were putting this bike through its paces out on the roads. How did it fend?
I really enjoyed riding it on the road, but in all fairness, there was a few shortcomings that I would have liked to improve on. It feels like a bit of a bulky bike, but at the same time you cramp, the pegs are quite high. It's not the most comfortable bike to ride. The engine's awesome and the power's great, but it's all at the very top end. So, you know, pulling out of junctions, you sometimes find, you know, it takes a little bit of winding up to get going. But it looks great, you know, there's loads of tech on it and it's exciting, but it just wasn't the best bike on the road, really. Okay, and Frodes, you've been doing all the data today, so how's it scored?
Yeah, thankfully it did a lot better with the data. 100 to 0 was actually the fastest bike slowing down, thanks to them Brembos. And 0 to 100, once I got my head around the engine, it was third overall. So
it's not bad. And I've been looking after the track side of this. The blade's got a lot going for it on the racetrack. I mean, Honda built this bike for that very purpose, and it kind of shines through when you get it out here. A few things you need to get your head around. Like these guys have just said, on the roads it's a little bit flat, but when you've got that engine buzzing, it's a weapon. Anything over 8,000 RPM, it's wanting to rip your arms off. But the best thing about this bike for me is the feel. You will not find another bike on the market with such a great front end feel. I loved it, nice and stable, it scored very well on track, and I think that's the thing that secured its place really.
Absolutely. Yeah, definitely.